It's a pleasure to see you all. Thank you for coming to my session. And yeah, what I would like to walk you through is show you what we can do at Coalminer and how you can leverage your data to drive automation that is smart and that drives value for your business and for your customers. But before I jump into the agenda, I wanted to start with a little bit of a story. Maybe you can hear it on my accent. I'm from Czech Republic. And yeah, I always like to start the presentation with some stories. And today I brought 3 pictures, and I have a question for you. What do have these 3 pictures have in common? It's actually interesting because, you know, all these pictures, they're coming from 1921. The first picture, that's actually a writer, Karel Čapek, and in the year 1921, he introduced a book that was called Rossum's Universal Robots. And this was actually for the first time in 1921 when the word robot was introduced. The book is really interesting. It speaks about that every human should have their own robot that will basically, you know, help him to do the work that they do not like. So whenever you are traveling to Czech Republic, remember we invented the word robot, and it was Karel Čapek in 1921. So with that, let's jump into the presentation. So what do we actually do? What is Coalminer? So Coalminer is CX automation platform, and what we do is we're combining conversational intelligence powered by AI with advanced automation and agent augmentation. What does this mean? Well, if I should simplify it, I will really just say we help customers to identify from their data, the automation roadmap, how they should tackle automation, what they should focus on. Once we automate the interactions that we identified, and we also help agents to augment them and navigate their conversations with the customers, we then again analyze the data and help the agents and the automation to improve. So this is what you see on the infinite loop, and that's really what we do. And today, I think you all heard a lot about, you know, different frameworks and different strategies. What I would like to show you today is actually how we are bringing the automation into production. And I would like to present to you today one of the chatbots that we delivered for one of the biggest e-commerce players in Central Europe. So let's jump into that. The case study that I will be speaking about is from a company called Alza. Alza, they're handling around 18 million orders per year. They have 4 million active users who are leveraging their premium subscription. They have around 500 call center agents, and they're handling interactions in 4 languages. Quick question, who knows Alza? Is anybody from? Very good. We see a couple of hands up. Very, very nice. Wonderful. So Alza is actually leveraging our chatbot and also voice bot. They have a very interesting vision. Yeah? They're basically saying that they want to sort of build a world where the people are shopping by a thought and the stuff gets delivered to them by teleport. They have a very nice slogan that if you order by midnight, you get it delivered in the morning into the Alza box. So let's jump into the chatbot itself. So I recorded a video yesterday on the airport, and on this video you can actually see how the chatbot works. This is their website. The people are, you know, browsing through the website, and what we do is we really look into you know, all the touch points that the customers are having on the website, and yeah, at a certain point we will go into the product, and yeah, the customers can ask whatever questions they like. So here we just go into the telephone. So here in this particular example is Google Pixel 10. So, you know, the customer is looking at that phone, and out of a sudden they want to learn more. They want to, you know, get to know that product a little bit more. What you can see here is that the chat was actually started with the full context of the page that the customer is looking at. Yeah, we can see that, you know, the chatbot is greeting them and saying, hey, you're looking at Google Pixel 5, Pixel 10. Then we are suggesting the most frequent questions that are coming up. So here, you know, we started the chat with one of the predefined questions, and you can also, you know, type in the answers here. I asked, the chatbot asks me, okay, what kind of network provider I have, and is giving me all the relevant information. Okay, so let's go deeper in that conversation. So here I'm asking, what about battery? How does it actually work in real life having this phone? So again, the chatbot is giving me the context of that specific model, is saying me data that is the chatbot able to retrieve from that product specification, and it's also tying it into sort of real life usage. That's what you can see in this particular example here. I'm here describing what I actually do with the phone. You can see that the conversation is very natural. So I'm saying, yeah, I'm just taking pictures, I'm taking videos, I'm browsing social media. And it gives me, again, a rough estimation of what that means for that specific model to be used in these situations. Okay, so let's jump into different topics. So what about warranty? So how does it work with warranty? So again, here the chatbot gives me the information specific for that product and also specific to me. Because what you can see in the right corner, you can see that I am logged in. So the chatbot is working with all the data that is available for him in the context of me as a customer of ALSA. Okay, we also have the focus here on having the ability to upsell the customer. So here you can see it's also recommending some accessories. I was asking for a case, so here I got some recommendations. And what I can do, again, I can jump into that specific area. I can look at the recommendations for the accessory, and yeah, I can easily add it to the cart. Again, all these things, we monitor them, and we're using them in a conversation so that it's smarter, it's smoother, and it really delivers a good experience for the customer, as well as a good business outcome for the business itself. Okay, let's ask one more information here. And here I was asking if I get any advantages of ALSA Plus. So, the chatbot again knows that I'm paying extra for being the ALSA Plus customer. So here it's just giving me again, tailored answer based on my status and based on the information related to that specific product. Wonderful. So that's the end of the chat. So let's end it. Let's give there some rating, and that's basically how we have delivered that chatbot to ALSA. So we can see, all the different things that we have there. Because I'm logged in, I can also go through the history of the previous chats that I had with that specific ALSA assistant, as we call the chatbot. So we can always go back to the conversation that happened in the past. You can scroll through them, and you can, come back here. Okay, so there was a short demonstration of how the chatbot can perform. What I was trying to show you is that the chatbot here is contextual. It understands the information that the user is looking at. It's personalized because it understands that I am Dominic, I am the customer of ALSA, I have a certain status, I have certain advantages. It's proactive. Yeah? It's really recommending what should be the next step. I'm happy with the answers about the product. Okay, should I need some accessory? It's able to direct me towards the best accessory related to that specific product. And again, it's improving all the time. So all the conversations, they get analyzed, and we drive improvements of that solution further. And there's much more. But we started with voice. The automation platform that we have built, we started as a voice first. And with ALSA, we have also started with VoiceBot as a first product. And what we are doing for them is, both inbound as well as outbound. In inbound, we do the traditional stuff such as the intent recognition. We are providing information to the customers about where they order. We provide them with the FAQs, and we are also able to troubleshoot the ALSA box. So when the customer is standing in front of the ALSA box and they can't open it, we are able to reset the whole ALSA box station and make sure that the customers can access their order in that box. We do outbound as well, and ALSA, they had a great success with With the outbound, they're doing debt collection, so they're calling the customers, mainly the B2B customers who are late on payments. They're also collecting feedback, but one of the strongest use cases they have is called B2B account reactivation, which is basically an outbound call, but they're calling businesses and they're asking very simple question. Hey, we've seen, we haven't ordered anything, in the recent weeks, is there anything wrong, can we do anything better? And the customer usually say, yeah, you too expensive, yeah, it's just, the price. And based on the answer again, we have built the processes together with the other team so that, it's reactive, so, reactive and proactive in that specific situation where we immediately address the concern. In this case, we are able to, upsell them, provide them with some premium services for free with better discounts on spot, in that moment when the customer is actually on the call. So what I was trying to say here, the perception of the technology is often that, we look at the technology as something that can cut costs. It's always cut costs. But it can also generate more revenue, especially the outbound use cases. They're very powerful in terms of generating new revenue. And with the outbound B2B reactivation use case, ours has been able to achieve, significant revenue. It was around £5 million a year, while also delivering better customer experience. So if you would like to learn more, do not hesitate to stop at our booth. I started with a story. I want to end with a story as well. I wish that all your customers have their own personal chatbot, voice bot, anyone they can rely on that is highly personalized and that will help them in all the situations. If you are more interested in learning more about the story from 1921, do not hesitate to read the Rossum's Universal Robots book by Karel Čapek. And that's all. Thank you.